Hey there, welcome into today's Pick a Card and happy Friday. I will be live today at 1 p.m. So if you're not subscribed, please do that now. It means so much to me and you'll get a notification. And you can come into the live and have a free numerology reading. Let's go. All right, let's start today with these Pick a Cards. There are two, an Alchemy Oracle deck, and every little thing you do is Magic Tarot. Group 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath with me. Let's connect and see what messages are here. What connects with you, resonates with you, and then you're going to let me know in the comments, right? I hope you're doing well. All right, let's begin. Group 1. This card is about things you've done in the past that you feel guilty about. You may have made some mistakes. We all do. And this shows that evidence on your hand, in your soul, in your heart. And it's something you really have to just say, okay, I made a mistake. I'm sorry for it deep in my soul. And I'm moving on. 17 really is going to become an 8. And that's where you need to find that balance in your life. Don't hold on to this pain, guilt, and responsibility. That has to go. Now let's look at the tarot card, the Hermit. This is definitely where you need to go inside, examine deep down what is this everlasting responsibility, guilt, and burden that you carry that just many times has you shut down, very introverted, introspective. And I would ask you to really, while you're doing this inner work, to please release whatever happened. It may have been when you were little. Maybe you were responsible for a divorce. Maybe you actually caused a fire, caused an accident, caused harm. It's time to dig deep down and release the burden, that responsibility that is really dimming your light and causing you to never really go out and shine that light for other people. Excuse me. So that is really important. And we will look at all three in just a second. As soon as I quit wiggling the cards. Okay, let's go to 2. 2. Now, this is the mask. This can be where you're in denial about your emotions, where you need to communicate. This is also where someone has been deceitful to you. And you really need to understand that, to trust your intuition, the high priestess within you. And if it's all about you and you're wearing a mask, you're not showing the real you, you're hiding emotions, you're not owning up to things that you need to release, things that you need to change, and most definitely things that you need to communicate. That's really important. And this also is known as the shapeshifter. Now, it does reflect someone who's highly intuitive, so I do want you to tap into that. This is somebody who's an alchemist, an old soul, like a high priestess, but they're elusive, shrouded. There's some self-esteem issues going on, some avoidance issues, intimacy issues, and most definitely denial. And for some of you, deceit. So I'm repeating that, but it's important. Now let's look at this card 2. This is the Elder of Cups in reverse. Now, that is the King of Cups in reverse, where you're really into deep emotions here. You are not balanced in the way you're feeling And therefore, you can't really trust your intuition. I feel like telling you you're like underwater and I need you to come up for air and breathe. And if you can see the water, the blue here, you need to start communicating either about how you were wronged or what you're in denial about. And that will help you get back on top of some rough water, some rough times, and be that king or queen, gender fluid, leading the way with balanced emotions, being more like an emperor, steady, calm, able to communicate, able to balance their life with the cups there and the shells. It's beautiful. This is rather disruptive, if I can say, and that if you would communicate what happened, whether you did it or someone else, you will be able to bring a lot of balance back into your life and feel more in control, more open, not so shrouded about everything, whether it was you're hiding things or someone has done that to you. It's time to like pull the curtain back. Let's do it. Pull the curtain back. Clear out this flood of emotions and get grounded on the shore or the earth or the desert, wherever you are. You know what I mean? Yes. All right, let's go to 3. Okay. I love this. This has kind of Hierophant vibe to it where you give great advice. People come to you for everything. Maybe you don't think you have the best advice to give, but other people really do. You're the person that they can go to when they need to talk and share this information. You're the person with those big shoulders they can lean on. But remember, you came into this life with wounds you didn't even realize you had. And with those wounds, so much wisdom. And that's why people are drawn to you. But you have to be sure to fill your cup first before you can have the responsibility of helping so many people. And do remember, when you care so much and you want to help and you're listening to this person, that you have to walk beside them. That is your role, to help and to guide, but not to carry, because this is their lesson to learn and go through. And you don't want to rob them of that experience, no matter how difficult sometimes this can be. And I do want to point out that 5s can be about change and confusion, but it's also about those soul contracts, soul connections. So that may resonate with some of you about who I'm talking about, as well as the the past life energy that we have as well. And that's why I want to point out that some of that past life energy or things that happened when you were inside the womb during your mom's pregnancy, what was going on with her, a lot of that spills over into your soul contracts and purpose here on this planet at this time. Let's look at 3. Temperance in reverse. 14. It's another 5. Isn't that interesting? So many of you may be isolating to the point of sabotaging some relationships, work, maybe other parts of your life. So there's some questions I think you should ask yourself. Do you really need this separation, or are you just ignoring reality? Do some digging and see if something is holding you back. Remember that starting is always the hardest part. So I want to remind you too that you've been sitting there listening, helping everyone else. And I think to the point of almost turning your back on yourself and what your soul purpose is and who these soul contracts are with. And once you do that, you will balance out this flow. And then this is going to require patience. This is going to require time, a lot of communication, and definitely tapping into your intuition, everything that matters to you and to the person that you may be asking me about, because I really do feel like this is some sort of soul connection. I don't know what's wrong with me. They can't stop touching the cards today. Okay, so listen, you guys, let's look at the tarot cards. If we look at all three, what has happened that you are feeling a little isolated? We've got a lot of reversals here. I think there's a sense of urgency going on. Number one. Number two, also a lot of going backwards in thought and in emotion. So I would take this time to fill your cup, balance your emotions. Look at these cups, the water, the emotions here that need to be balanced. The energy that we have here is strong for Virgo, Sag, as well as all the water signs, but probably particularly Pisces. And I want you to know that we do have that full moon coming up on the 12th in Scorpio. So let's harness that Scorpio full moon to release some of these things that you feel. These are burdens you've carried for a long time. You may be in denial about it. And I think some of this long lasting energy that's deep within you is affecting your relationships. So it's important to do that kind of analysis and see what causes you to sabotage, self-sabotage, to sabotage work, relationships, and things. This can be something that you've always had a problem with, or you find it creeps up in your relationships, codependency, that type of thing. And I feel this is very strongly about relationships, and that you're just tired of it. You're tired of putting in all the work, of listening to everyone or this person and their problems, but you really are energetically connected and contracted to help in this situation. So give yourself some time and patience. Understand with this card comes a lot of intuition, alchemy, wizardry. So you know what you're hiding, you know what they're hiding, you know what to do to balance out the situation. And finally, if some of you are really in a place of discontent or anxiety, it's time for all that to come to the surface, to trust your ability to make necessary adjustments to your habits. And this in turn will ease the anxiety, your mental state, and balance out a lot of this. So I do hope this helps. I love you guys. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you today at 1 p.m. And then we'll start again Sunday with a look at the week, blessings and blocks, and more pick a cards. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Hit the like on your way out. That really helps get the messages out and fuels my growth. Thank you. Peace.